Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I want to talk about a simple mindset shift, a simple hack that's gonna allow you to be way more persuasive and be able to really get people on the same page about you and get people to be open to actually receive feedback and receive your thoughts. So this is something I had trouble understanding for a long time and I see a lot of people struggle with, and struggling with this makes it very hard for you to actually persuade other people. It makes it very hard for you to actually get your thoughts across and get other people to agree with you. So to explain exactly what I'm talking about, I need to give a bit of a backstory. So to give a bit of a backstory, basically what this all comes from is in the past, I've been doing sales calls for a while now. I used to be on sales calls and I would be kind of just pushing my point of view. And when I was speaking with a prospect, for example, a prospect that's not cooperating, they don't want to buy on the call, they want to think about it, something like that, then I would just just talk at them, just not asking for permission, not asking if they were open for feedback. I would just talk at the person and just tell them this is what you should do, this is why you should do it, and just kind of preach at them. And not only in sales, but it also applies in your personal life as well. If you have someone, maybe it's a friend or a family member that you think is doing something bad and you're trying to change their behavior. I made this mistake in that way as well, and you probably do it as well in a lot of times where you want the best for someone, you want to help someone, but the way you're going about it is completely wrong. Because for example, let's say you have a family member who's, let's say, I don't know, they're drinking too much, or they're doing some behavior that you know is not good for them to do, and you want to help them get out of this. Maybe it's their diet, they're eating bad stuff, they're eating unhealthy food, and you want to help them get out of that kind of cycle and improve their life. And the wrong way to go about this, and what I did and what most people do, and you probably do as well, is you go to the person and you just tell them this is what you need to do, this is why you need to do it, and this is why what you're doing right now is bad. The issue with that, and the reason why it doesn't actually get the results in terms of actually influencing the other person, is because you can't influence someone who isn't open, who isn't willing to actually experience change. You have to get their agreement that they actually want your feedback, they actually want your support for your feedback even to matter. Because it doesn't matter, you can talk at someone for the rest of your life and tell someone all the benefits, but if the person isn't ready to actually make change, if the person isn't actually ready to actually receive your feedback and receive your your thoughts and the stuff you're telling them, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna be wasting your own time. And this is something that I realized for myself, because I would be wasting, in the past, I would be wasting my time trying to, for example, convince my parents that they should do something and change their behavior in a certain way, and trying to convince friends to act in a different way. And what I realized is those people, they weren't actually open to receiving the feedback that I was giving them. So I was just wasting my time doing that. Same thing in sales calls, if you're speaking with someone and they're not actually open to receiving your feedback, it doesn't matter what you say or how much you preach, or you can have the best reframes ever and the best logical arguments, but if you don't actually get their agreement that they want to change, that they want feedback, it doesn't matter. And this is a really important concept to understand, and best way to implement this, pretty simple way, is just by, for example, if you go into a sales conversation and someone gives you resistance, ask them the question of are you open to receiving some honest coaching and some honest feedback on this? Get their agreement, a real commitment that they're actually ready to receive honest coaching. Then you can have the door open to actually start giving them real feedback. Same thing in a conversation with family member, thing like that. Are you actually open to changing this, or are you kind of set in your ways of doing things? I would just ask that question. And this is mostly for your own sake and for your own sanity as well, because you want to know that before you actually commit to trying to help a person. You want to find out if there's actually someone who's willing to get help and is willing to improve or not, so you don't waste your own valuable time. So that's a simple hack. Just go into every interaction where you're trying to help someone and ask that question first. Make sure you're on the same agreement, that you actually that both of you are on the same page, that this person is actually willing to grow and willing to take in the feedback that you give them. And that's going to help you a lot. Save a lot of time and save a lot of mental headache as well. So yeah, that's really it, guys. Hope you got some good takeaways. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.